Hello. Thank you.
Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Just to your right. Congratulations.
Oh, hi.
You said in your speech that 1917 is a very specific theatrical experience, and I think it's incredible to see what Universal's put behind it. But the truth is there are one of two, maybe three studios left that will take a risk on property like this that's not franchise-driven. Are you optimistic about the future of theatrical, and what steps do you think need to be taken to preserve it?
Oh, gosh. You start with the easy questions then. I think that I am optimistic, actually, but I think it's in the hands of the filmmakers more than anything else. I think it's up to filmmakers to make films that need to be seen on a big screen and make an audience feel like if they don't see it on a big screen, they're going to miss out. And I think that's the big challenge. I think when I was starting out, you know, I was first at the Golden Globes 20 years ago. You can make a movie like American Beauty or some of the movies I've made since, like Revolutionary Road or Away We Go, and you would have a guaranteed theatrical release. And I think that is no longer the case. However, you've got an incredible platform for those movies to be seen by millions of people on television screens and big and wonderful television screens. And I don't think, as the director of those movies, that I would have been that disappointed if Away We Go had just been seen, you know, for a 2-week window in theatrically and then on TVs. But I think what's important is that filmmakers are ambitious and they use the tools of cinema. They use surround sound and, you know, IMAX and every fiber of their being to try and make big stories for big screens.
Hi, congratulations. Sam,
Thank you.
founded the Donmar Warehouse when you were still in your 20s, which is remarkable. So I guess being at this point now, what would you tell that self? And what is something that you would like to hold on to from the person you were at that age?
Well, I would tell myself you're doing the right thing by running a small theatre. I felt that was the making of me. You know, I loved that place, and I felt it gave me an enormous amount, more than I gave it, in a way. It gave me a sense of community, a sense of, you know, building something that's not just one movie or one production after another, but something bigger. And I think that if there's something that I'd love to be able to do again in my life is to do something like that.
Hey there, over here. Can you tell us a little bit more about Steven Spielberg's involvement in the film? Do you think it could have been made without Amblin Entertainment?
No, it couldn't have been made without Amblin or Universal. I mean, the first time I met Steven Spielberg, I was 33 years old. I'd never made a movie. I walked into the room with him and he treated me like an equal. And he's treated me like an equal every day since. And so when you send a script like this out and somebody like Steven says, this is incredible, I love this, I want to make it, you know, it's thrilling. You know, he manages to be both a huge movie fan and a genius at the same time, which is an almost impossible balancing act. He supports you without ever getting in your way. And, you know, he gave this movie the best thing, which was enthusiasm from the word go. And he passed that enthusiasm on to the people beneath him at Amblin, to Jeb Brody, who was brilliant, and to everyone at Universal who are incredibly classy, Donna Langley, Ron Meyer, and all the people there. But it comes from the top. And so I have a huge amount to be grateful to him for.
Okay, for George and Dean, the movie was shot very specifically. What was the challenge for you guys in you know, giving your performance?
I mean, you know, first off, I mean, we had to we started rehearsals 6 months before we started shooting, and as an actor, that's, you know, you don't get to rehearse that much. You just sort of step on set and do your job, and that's it. Whereas this, we really got to, you know, dig our teeth into it even before we started shooting. Yeah, the rehearsals.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the biggest challenge was probably at the same time the best lesson, in terms of this was the most like collaborative experience that I've ever had on a project, and it was a proper team effort, and that kind of more three-dimensional awareness that was needed in the making of this film, and like the proper shared experience that it was, you know, I guess at first the challenge, but also the best thing about it.
Hi, and just a really fun question. How are you guys celebrating?
Christy, yeah. Come on. Go on, Christy.
Yeah, that's your guess.
With much alcohol and perhaps dancing.
Yeah.
The two actors, how much has this changed your life and your vision of what your future could be, not just in success, but what you demand from an artistic endeavor, both of you?
I think, well, for me personally, I think what the story's about and the experience of doing it is when an experience that is massive and bigger than yourself, it stretches you. It also teaches you what you come back to. And so in terms of like, I think, you know, the work that we do is an extension of the life that we have. And it's, for me, it's kind of, it's made it clear where I root myself and like, and family, and basically, and sort of made it clear where I come back to. And that's by the same token where I sort of, like the seed that everything grows from. So yeah, that's become clear to me. No, we had our mind on the task, but it was an amazing art department that dug the trenches. We can't claim credit for that.
It's nice to be clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned a lot just about being a human, and I know that sounds weird, but you know, like when you compare our lives to how we live it now compared to what their men did, you know, 100 years ago, we have it a million times easier, and you know, I'm just proud to be up here on stage with such amazing people, and you know, it's an amazing night.
Does it change your vision of where you could go, or what you could do as an actor?
Definitely. I want to write a script as well. Like after seeing, you know, Sam and Christy, that's inspired me, and that's something that I didn't want to do before this, and now I do. So, hopefully, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.